Hey guys, AC here. Welcome to another video, fellas. My 2018 top 10. Yeah. As you know, I don't do top 10s pretty often, but today I thought I'll give it a little bit of a twist. I'll do a top 10. Yeah. Another thing I've tried to do is I've introduced a few unique fragrances in this top 10 list, just to give you a little bit more variety. But before I get into the video, let me thank you all for amazing support you've given me, fellas. I've again added about 40 odd subscribers in the last week or so, and I've noticed another thing. No matter how long my videos are, people are watching it for about 40% or 50% of the time. So, which is again a rarity for me, because my videos used to be 25%, 30% watch time. Now it's average about 55, 60% watch time, and lower ones 40%. So you've been so generous with your time, you've been so generous with your subscriptions and likes, comments. I am truly grateful. If I could express my gratitude towards what you do for me, I would run out of words. So a simple thank you, really appreciate that. It's very humbling. So let me start this list by asking you a question. It has been very hot in England in the last month or so. For the last month or so, it's been terribly hot. And when it's very hot, that's when you realize that some of the fragrances which are your absolute favorites for daytime wear, they don't smell as nice. In fact, sometimes they may put you off. If you have asked yourself that question, be safe in the knowledge that I have prepared this list after asking myself that question, because I've been facing it. So my list, I have tried to include fragrances which will really hold you good in hot weather, even evening time or daytime. So let's start. I'm going to start the fragrance at number 10 with a fragrance which is a green fragrance. And it has got a quality which is slightly aqueous. It's a beautiful fragrance. The Fragcom doesn't talk about it, and it is by a house called L'Erbolario Lodi of Italy, and the fragrance's name is Hedera. Hedera minus the H stands for ivy in Italian. So literally, this tries to emulate the scent pretty unique to ivy. And if you are a gardener, and if you have ivy in your garden, you would know that when you snap the green stems of ivy while you're trimming the hedge, there's a typical smell. This fragrance doesn't smell as pungent and green as ivy, but what it does is it introduces ivy in a very classy way. So this opening has got beautiful grapefruit, and it combines it with a watery rose. I don't like rose. This one, different story, beautiful rose, and it then combines it with a mint note, and then comes ivy. So it's a minty, slightly floral, slightly green, and very citrusy fragrance. Lovely fragrance, guys. Nobody talks about it. Perfect for a very, very hot summer day. Hedera by L'Erbolario at number 10. Well, carrying on, I hope you can see the bottles. Carrying on, fellas. Next fragrance I'm going to pick, for hot summer days. One of my favorite notes is neroli. But I want to pick a fragrance, and neroli can be a little bit feminine. So I want to pick a fragrance which is manly neroli. And it's a fragrance which I have reviewed before. It is by the house of Lorenzo, Villoresi, and the name of the fragrance is Acqua di Colonia. This is a traditional Italian fragrance. So two Italians, one after the other. This fragrance is a traditional Italian perfumery. A very manly use of the note of neroli, supported by petitgrain and orange blossom. And why this is very manly is it has got this edge, and that edge is brought about by a beautifully executed note of elemi. It's a rough type of edge. I believe there's rosemary as well, but I can't remember exactly the notes. But elemi brings in the lemony edge to the fragrance, a lemony neroli based fragrance, and it also has bergamot or lemon, I believe. Very manly, very apt for a hot summer day. Extremely classy, guys. Neroli at its very best. One of the best neroli based fragrances I have in this list. Now, there are a couple of fragrances I have not included, but they are my summer favorite. For example, Dunhill Icon. I covered that in my spring list, and it has a beautiful neroli and cardamom, which I absolutely love to wear on a hot summer's day. I brought that up because neroli reminded me of Dunhill Icon. Dunhill Icon I've left out because I wanted to introduce a few more fragrances. So, next on my list is an absolutely classy fragrance. It's a discontinued fragrance but widely available. It's by the house of Amouage and it is called Seal. Now this bottle is a vintage tester. That's why it's in brushed glass, but it has the Amouage logo on a steel cap. This is a tester, man, but you sniff this fragrance. Hardly any talk about this fragrance, but this fragrance is one of the most unique Amouage fragrances I know of, right? What is this? This is a classical fougere with a twist, right? So it's a beautiful lemony top with lavender. It has a beautiful floral heart prominently with rose, but the rose is not jammy, the kind of rose I don't like. This has got a watery rose. And what's the real deal is it's got a woody base like any fougere, but the real deal is it's mixed two big notes, nutmeg, cinnamon, along with a beautiful peach, yellow flesh peach. And you know, if you like peach, when you eat peach, it's juicy, it's sweet, it's satiating. This fragrance is exactly like that. It's like an elixir on a very hot summer's day. Imagine yourself lying next to a sea, on the beach, very close to the sea shoreline, and a little splash of water washing on your face. That's what this fragrance is, guys. Absolutely stunning. Smells so good, but doesn't smell like a typical Amouage. It is absolutely fantastic. There is no talk about Ciel Man, but I tell you, if you apply this, you'll not stop smelling your wrist. It's one of the most elegant and classy, manly fougeres in this list. Try it out, guys. It's widely available. Do sample it, see if it's to your liking. It's a fantastic fragrance. Okay, next on my list. So I've done 3. So 10, 9, 8, number 7. Number 7 on my list is an absolute no-brainer for summer. It's a fragrance which is appreciated by one and all. This fragrance has been out for more than a decade. It's one of the most stylish down-reach fragrances for any occasion. Yeah, daytime, evening time, dress up, dress down, anything, it'll go and it'll go beautifully. It's very classy. Prada Amber. Absolutely stunning, guys. Oh, the reason I brought it up just after Ciel is there's a common quality between these two. They both start off being soapy. Yeah, here the soapiness is through lavender. This fragrance brings in a different dimension to a soapy, clean fragrance. It starts off being a soapy, clean fragrance and dries down towards being a wood-based fougere. Yeah, so the typical notes here are saffron along with leather. There is, I think, powderiness coming through iris. There are about 16 notes in this fragrance. But what this is a beautiful, clean, classy, manly scent which dries down to a beautiful, leathery sandalwood. Absolutely outstanding on a summer's day. You cannot go wrong with this fragrance, guys. Any occasion. You wear this to a date night, it'll suit. You wear this over a suit and tie, it'll suit. You're on a holiday, you're in a t-shirt and jeans, it'll suit. The most versatile summer fragrance. Prada Amber. So, number 6. We're almost halfway through. I'm going to pick a fragrance which is simply stunning, guys. Simply stunning. This is a flanker to a very well-known, very well-loved fragrance which uses the note of vanilla, cherry and almond. Right? Ideal Cologne by Guerlain. This is a Guerlain, guys. What do I say? top-notch quality, right? This one does not use the cherry note. That's the deviation from the Ideal line. Instead, it uses a beautiful Acqua almond, and with that almond, it has some occurrence of vanilla. So it can be a bit challenging wearing it during daytime because there is a vanilla sticky sweetness to it. But I think this has got bergamot at the top. I can't remember the notes. But what this does is it creates this atmosphere of a very stylish, elegant, and friendly man. So because of vanilla and almond in this fragrance, I would recommend this highly as a daytime fragrance, yeah? Evening or daytime. You wear this to a date, yeah? Depending on where you're going on a date, you know? Because this is slightly soft scent, yeah? I would say performance on this one would be about 5 to 6 hours. But for the first 2 hours, this thing projects, yeah? Beautiful, beautiful evening scent, I would say. Yeah? I'd be very careful wearing this during daytime because that vanilla can probably get a bit too much. So that was number 5 on my list. Now, let's get to number 4 on the list. Number 4 is a fragrance which is again like Prada Amber, a fragrance that you can wear to any occasion. And all you'll get is appreciative looks and stunning comments. Yeah, it is a stunner. It is Amara by Bvlgari. This thing is a you know, it's a beautiful, beautiful, stylish compliment garner. Nothing else. The whole purpose of this fragrance is to get you noticed and get you amazing compliments. Perfect for a summer's day. This fragrance uses a lot of chemical notes and probably is the most chemically of the fragrances, but it's a nice scent. Synthetic, but nice. Orange, patchouli, and uses aquatic notes. It is one of the most refreshing, stylish, vibrant, youthful fragrance in the list. These two fragrances are extremely youthful. They're so suitable for a 20-year-old and for a 50-year-old. You can wear this. These two fragrances are the most charming fragrances in this list, yeah? Evening time, anytime, yeah? This one is a summer in a bottle, guys. If you're going on a holiday and you're sort of skeptical about carrying 10 fragrances, just carry one. This will do the job. This will get you in the holiday mood, yeah? This will get you compliments. It's beautiful. All right, so I've done how many? 6. 4th on the list, I should say, is a fragrance I reviewed recently. This fragrance is again extremely unique. Nobody talks about it. Baldessarini Ultimate. This fragrance really took me by surprise when I was testing it. I was testing it in winter. It works in winter, but for summer, this is just tremendous fragrance, guys. It uses a sort of a electrifying note of leather. Yeah, electrifying, light, beautiful. Yeah. It uses lemony woods and some spices. It's one of the most stylish leather-based summer fragrances I can talk about, man. This is so good, and it doesn't cost a lot of money and gives you tremendous performance, you know, at least 6 hours with superb projection. I've reviewed it in detail. Have a look. This is one of the most stylish fragrances. I can wear this to office. I can wear this dress down, evening, daytime situations. Anything is possible. Most suited for evening time. On a hot day, outdoors, you will really shine with this one. Right, top 3. The top 3, all these 3 fragrances are 10 out of 10, right? Let's start with a citrus, out and out citrus, but one of the most finest citrus in my collection. In fact, the moment I spray it on me, I feel that I am invincible. I smell so good. I feel I'm invincible, yeah? And I love it every time I spray it. There's never been an off day. I've sprayed it in winter and I've loved it. It is Acqua di Parma's Colonia Intensa. Remember, the 3 flankers of this. I'm talking about Intensa, which I think is the best from this line, from the Acqua di Parma Colonia line. One of the best. Well, I would say this is the best. I've tried all of them. This fragrance, guys, what it does is, it's a very clever little fragrance. It uses the traditional cologne, Italian, another Italian in the line, traditional Italian cologne like feel, right? But it introduces a couple of notes which absolutely are a game changer. One is this beautiful thin leather, like I talked about here. Yeah, beautiful thin leather and cardamom. And as you know, citrus, cardamom and leather are a killer combination. This is one of the most sophisticated, stylish, youthful, energetic fragrances that you can put on daytime. Yeah, you will cast an impression which will be unforgettable for people. Amazing fragrance, guys, amazing. Performance this is an eau de cologne, 6 hours, not bad for a summer day. Yeah, and I've done a full review of this fragrance. Do check it out. This is absolutely fantastic citrus, one of the best. As I said, my favorite. I love this fragrance. 10 out of 10. When I reviewed it, I didn't give it 10 out of 10, which is one of the regrets. I might re-review it and give it a 10 out of 10, just for the sake of it. Right, next on my list is a barbershop fragrance to end all barbershop fragrances. This is one of those most creative fragrances that lies halfway between a typical fougere and a gourmand. One of the most beautifully crafted fragrances, one of the most creative fragrances, one of the most amazing scents I know of. It is 1725 by Histoires De Parfums. Recently I did a list where I said keep only 10 niche and check out the rest. This was in that list. This is so good that I think this is a 10 out of 10. Yeah, this is my second bottle. I've known this fragrance for more than 7-8 years, maybe even 10, I do not know. But I absolutely adore this fragrance for what it is. Yeah, it uses one of the most lifelike lavender. It combines that lavender with some beautiful florals and vanilla. That vanilla that they've used here is the vanilla how I like it. Aromatic and dry. So guess what? You have a fragrance that is giving you the best of both worlds, so creative, so beautifully crafted. And it is one of the most easy to wear date night fragrances in summer. And do you know, the best compliment I've received out of this fragrance is, I was wearing this to work. At 8 o'clock in the morning, I was supposed to meet a colleague of mine in a train station, and then we were supposed to go into the tube. This colleague of mine is a very stylish lady. She carries herself beautifully, right? I was wearing this fragrance many moons ago. She smelt it on me and she said, you know what? You normally smell pretty good, but today you're smelling like a prince, literally. And I just chuckled and I took it with a lot of gratitude. But you know, somebody telling you that you smell like a prince, you can imagine what this fragrance is. Yeah, this is an outstanding fragrance, guys. 10 out of 10. Casanova 1725 by Histoires De Parfums. You can wear this to any occasion, but I prefer if you try it on your date night with your date. See what happens. Magic. So number 9 done. Last one. Number 1 summer fragrance is the undisputed king, Cedrat. Do I have to say anything about this fragrance? I've reviewed it in full. I gave it a 10 out of 10. This fragrance is a must-have for a serious fragrance lover. Man, every time I smell it, I love it. The beauty of this fragrance is not the fruity notes at the top. It uses pineapple. It smells like Aventus, some people say. I think so. But after half an hour, it goes in a different direction. The beauty of this fragrance is the fruity, woody dry down. The sandalwood used here is just outstanding. The sandalwood note here is equally fantastic, but this creates a new dimension to a fruity, woody scent. Guys, I'm sure you've smelled this. Don't have to say much about it. Number 1 summer fragrance, in my opinion. Extremely versatile. What a scent this is. Super stylish. Absolute compliment garner. It'll make you feel as if you own the world. It's beautiful. Hope you like the list, boys. Take care. Bye-bye.